Yes.
Thank you very much, Parul ma'am, for giving a very nice and brief introduction about me. Very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to all of you, as per your location. And the respected dignitaries, once again, I congratulate you as well as the participants for participating in this great international conference. The honorable chief guest of this occasion, our mentor, our guide, and a father-like personality, the former president of Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineer, the former president of Computer Society of India, the founder vice chancellor of Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, and presently the chairman of the National Board of Accreditation, Government of India, a man of international stature, a great visionary and great academician, Honorable Dr. K.K. Agrawal Sahib, the very dynamic and vibrant organizer rather than backbone of this INDIACom, which is observing the 16th edition and 9th International Conference on Computing for Sustainable Global Development. Dr. M.N. Hoda, my beloved younger brother, Dr. A.K. Saini, Dr. R.K. Vyas, whom I consider my beloved younger brother, and Honorable Prabhakarji, the president of IIT, Ratna ma'am, the honorable chairperson of the IEEE Delhi session, and Mukherjee Sahib, and other dignitaries, and two of my mentors who are present here, Dr. S.S. Agrawal and Dr. P.S. Grover, and all the invited guests from the different countries, I think covering more than 7 to 8 countries, and all the dignitaries who are participating in this inaugural session, and all the research scholars, professors, faculty members of the different organizations, industry professional, and the dearest and nearest student community. Very good evening to all of you in Indian time. And really, I am very much proud enough, and I feel myself elevated and excited being a part of the 16th edition of INDIACom and 9th International Conference. And I am a very regular participant of this event. It is due to my special affinity to my most beloved younger brother, Professor M.N. Hoda. And there is something sustainable. There is something sustainable so far as this conference is concerned. As Professor Hoda has told, it is not only the computing for sustainable development, global development, and which is the theme for last 16 years, and very relevant for every year, whether the years are being changing, and we are coming new year, and whatever thing may be. But with that, if you see the nature and structure of the inaugural function and participation of the guests, it is also sustainable. It is always being, this conference is always being guided by the able guidance of our mentor and our guardian, Dr. K.K. Agrawal Sahib. And I have seen that this conference cannot take a very good, very effective step without the presiding over by him. So I can only compliment you, sir. ना सूरज का बिना सुबह होता है, ना चांद का बिना रात होता है, ना बादल का बिना बरसात होता है, ना अग्रवाल सर का बिना INDIACom में रौनक आता है. This is my compliment, and what to my younger brother, Dr. M.N. Hoda Sahib, and who is really a great personality, and organizing a conference of such magnitude, and gathering of so many peoples, and the registration of more than 2,000 delegates, and gathering of so many papers. In 1 year, we have seen there are more than 3,600 papers, research papers have been submitted. So that you can tell one thing, I can just compliment to my beloved younger brother M.N. Hoda. ना आप न होते, अगर आप न होते, ये इंडिया कॉम न होता हमारा, ये इंडिया कॉम का फूल है हम, आप तो माली है हमारा. So this is the shape of INDIACom and its great contribution. And so far as the theme is concerned, the computing for sustainable global development, and which is the relevance for every year. And every year, what he has told, Dr. Hoda has told, the changes are very obvious to this technology. Changes are very obvious to the computing and environment and computing technology. And the changes are so frequent, even if we denote the changes as the constant, we can take the changes as the constant to this technology. There is changes. And in morning, I had been in a webinar organized by the AICT, that is the understanding cyber security. You see, due to the wide applicability of this technology ICT, and particularly this pandemic period which we have surpassed, it has compelled us to have the vigorous utilization of this ICT technology. Now, there are also a lot of threats, so far as the cyber threats are concerned, the cyber security is concerned. As I learned that in India, you see what is a particular country, what is the global parameter you can say. In 2017, there are the cases of 12,153 cyber threats. And in 2020, it became 50,053 cyber threats. 4 times in 4 years. And in pandemic period particularly, 12% of the cyber threat has been increased. And why I am talking all these things? When these kinds of paradigm time is there, when these kinds of wide applicability of the computing technologies are being taken happen, and when we are having the ambition of taking the ICT application to the remotest corner of the country as well as the remotest corner of the globe in general, in that aspect, definitely to maintain the sustainability is a very big challenge. Not only the sustainability of this ICT application or computing field, in every case, the sustainability will having an interlink with one technology to another technology also. So in that respect, whether you think for the education 4.0 or the industry 4.0 or the vigorous application, e-governance application, in particularly in a country like India under the dynamic leadership of our beloved Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, we have the target of the making the full digitally literate of the citizens, and we are having the target of the providing the e-services to at every corner of the country to each citizen of the country under the 5th pillar of the digital India, that is the e-Kranti. And you imagine when this kinds of thing will happen, a country like India, where 69% of the people are living in the rural area and 31% of the people are living in the urban area, and we will have to reach at every place, and the wide applicability of the ICT technology will be there. So definitely under that case, when we take the technology to the remotest part of the country, the sustainability will be definitely a big challenge. And I do think these kinds of conferences and seminars, what Dr. Hoda is organizing, actually the real platform to discuss upon this, all these things and all these challenges and how that can be addressed. That is the great concern of these kinds of the conferences and these kinds of the international conferences. And you see a country where we have kept the target, this is a country where you imagine that is a country where the 250 lakhs gram panchayats are there and more than 6,60,000 villages are there. And we need the digital connectivity if you want to make the Digital India project quite successful. And under that project, of course, we are having the connectivity to 250 lakhs of the gram panchayats, and more than 1 lakhs of the villages have been also connected on the under the broadband connectivity. But the thing is that not only that, when the things will be completely taken and computing will having the wider applications, and this the services of this technology will be reaching at the remotest and part of the country as well as the remotest part of the globe. Lot of things will be, challenges will be there so far the sustainability is concerned. And today you see the case what I am telling, and when more than 2 billion of the people are hitting the Facebook every day, and 3 trillion of the people having the Google search in every year, and if you consider that if the world is having the 7.7 billion of the population, and more than 7 billions of the internet and the mobile connectivity is there, and more than 404 billions of the internet communications connections are there. And particularly a country where 1.35 billions of the people and having 1.25 billions of the internet connection, and having more than around 80 lakhs of the smartphone as well as the internet connections are there, users are there. In that case, as much as the application is getting wider, the sustainability and the quantum of sustainability, the magnitude of the sustainability will be definitely a great matter. And to this, my view, and for addressing the challenges what we will be facing in a cyber world, living in a cyber world, living in a ICT era. So definitely these kinds of conferences and seminar, international conference, where the experts from the international forum, and as you have seen, and so many galaxies are there, so many dignitaries are there. I was just observing that the invitation card are having 18 guest of honor, out of which 17 guest of honor have been from abroad, different countries of the world. And perhaps I was the only, I'm having the only one name who is from India. And imagine where this is such a bigger platform and which is flourishing day to day and getting a wider domain and attracting more and more people and pulling more and more authors towards the paper submission. So definitely it is the right platform to deliberate upon in these 3 days regarding the varieties of issues and challenges so far as the sustainability is concerned to the computing. And definitely the intelligent and the learning experts and the learning invited speakers and the learning contributors will definitely will be coming to some conclusion and having some findings and which can be recommended and which can be adopted also. As my beloved younger brother had told that there is a big dream where this INDIACom will go in future. You cannot tell. He had told that INDIACom definitely will achieve the destination with a more bigger way in the future days come. And I do think it might be one of the biggest platform of the interconnecting of the ICT professionals and the researchers and all the dignitaries and get. This will, I may hope that will definitely, it will one day, it will come to the highest step in the globe. And today it is not that. I do not think in India, any conference or any international conference is organized in such a magnitude. I'm very much proud enough to become a part of this esteemed international conference as well as the INDIACom since its inception. And I do believe my younger brother had told that definitely the great destination of this INDIACom will be achieved. And जो मंजिल हो तो अचीव होगा ही. मंजिल दूर हो सकता, पथ कठिन हो सकता, रास्ता दुर्गम हो सकता, लेकिन डॉक्टर खुदा का जो लक्ष्य है वो अभेद्य है. And definitely he will be reaching at this destination. There is no doubt. And what he had told, ना और बोले थे ना मैं रोकूंगा ना मैं थकूंगा, ना मैं रुकेगा ना मैं थकूंगा. rather हम और एक टर्मिनोलॉजी ऐड करते हैं ना. प्रोफेसर होडा विल स्टॉप नहीं होडा के टर्म में ना वो रुकेगा ना वो थकेगा ना वो झुकेगा. So this INDIACom definitely one day will achieve the scale of height, and definitely this will be able to pick up the daffodils from the paradise of its greatest height, greater height. So with these words, once again, I must have to request all the young participants who are present here, that is particularly the student community, during these 3 days of the deliberation, what knowledge you will be getting, that you will have to make it utilized. As I remember one pankti from Bhagavad Gita, it has been mentioned that Tatada Charati Sreshta Tatada Itare Dana Sajat Praman Kurute Dana Tadanuvartate. अर्थात जो महत्जन जो विद्वतजन बोलते हैं हम आप इसको अनुसरण करते हैं. यहाँ बहुत विद्वतजन का समावेश है. वो जो बोलेंगे आप इसको अनुसरण कीजिए, आप इसको लाइव प्रैक्टिस में लाइए, वही मार्ग पर चलिए, and one day definitely you will be also achieve the success and you will be able and capable to pick up the daffodils from the paradise of your future professional life. With this word, I want to conclude my speech. Namaskar to everybody and have a very fruitful INDIACom and International Conference and fruitful deliberation in the 3 days ahead. Thank you very much. Namaskar to everyone.
Hello, everyone.